Here's a couple more of my old early 1900 fans. Alright, let's start with this one. This is made by Century. This was made, I believe, in 1914. Somewhere around there, maybe a little earlier. It's just a little tiny fan. Let's just see if I can have my tape over here. Alright, sorry about the video. Alright, here we go. So this particular fan is a 9-inch. That's the 9-inch Century. Okay. And then this particular one over here is a Robyn Meyers. About the same time period. And that's a 13-inch. So we have a 13-inch Robyn Meyers. This is oscillating. That should be oscillating. This has a brass blade, 4-blade. This here is a steel blade, I believe, and it's black. I'm not sure if anybody painted over that or not. I don't think so. I think it is black. So, let's start with the Robyn Meyers fan, alright? Now, as you know, my 17-inch Century fan on my previous video, if you search my videos, you'll see it. That was a much bigger fan, heavier duty, and it was 5-speed. This particular fan, as you can see, it's 3804. There's no model number. I don't know if you could see. It's hard to see with this camera. 3804 Robyn Meyers. Okay, so let's try number 1. This is on number 1, which would be the fastest. And that blows really nice. Oscillates pretty good, even considering the wires. And again, this is a Robyn Meyers fan. Early 1900s. Alright, let's put it on 2. That's on 2. That's a nice, well, I'll tell you. This Robyn Meyers fan actually does just as good or better than my Century 17-inch fan. So, this puts out a lot of air. Motor sounds good. Pretty quiet. There's the oscillator back there turning as it goes from side to side. I have to replace the cord on this one. Alright, there's 3. That sits on 3. That's a great house fan. The Robyn Meyers gives a thumb up for me because it's quiet, it produces a lot of airflow. And again, like I said, even from my Century 17-inch fan, which was the S3 Model 15. The Model 15 S3 Century is a highly collector fan. And that's the one I'm probably going to get rid of. I like this fan. I think what I'm going to do to this fan, I'm going to polish the brass up. So let's turn this off. Now, why these were set number 1 as the fastest, number 3 is slow. My S15 had 5 speeds, plus a slow. Is because you should always start a fan on the highest setting. You should never even start a new fan on the lowest setting. Always start on the highest. This is brass. The blades are brass, so what I might do if I feel like it, if I feel up to it, I might just shine all this up, clean it up, clean the motor, oil it, replace the wires right here. See the wires? I think I'll replace those, try to get them original. And again, like I did in my last video, I'll replace the main cord, but I'll put a cloth cord on from like an old iron that I have or some sort. Okay, so that would be that one. This is the 9-inch Century. And again, that was a Robyn Meyers. This particular one has 1 speed. You just got to get this one going here. Once you just spin it with your fingers, it goes. And as you can hear, the bearings, it is oscillating. For a little tiny fan, it does put some air out. That one really goes from side to side. And this is the 9-inch Century. So actually I could set it. Boy, one thing about these things, you cannot put your fingers up in there. First of all, I shouldn't even be touching it when it's running, because this thing cuts your fingers right off. This one, and here's my other one right here. That's the S15 or the Model 15 S3 Century one. I have the blade off and the guard. So, and as you can see, this works pretty good, but again, it's not quiet. I'm sure the grease in there needs to be changed. Again, the cord needs to be changed. So let's bring it down, and you can hear it turn off. It's only one speed. There you go. So if we turn it around, this is the oscillating button, on off, just like all Century fans. Simple operation. This thing here, you'd have to take off. I guess you could take this off. I'm pretty sure you can. And then the gears in here, you'd have to switch, or clean out the grease. And here's the lever for the up and down. But that's about it. And it really needs a heavy-duty cleaning. And again, if this thing was done, as you could see, now it comes on automatically. But if it sits for a while, so when you turn it off and it sits, you have to take your finger and just spin it to get it going. It could be the, I don't know if there's brushes in here. There might be brushes. I think there are. I'm not sure. But I'm sure, like I said, the motor needs to be heavily cleaned out. So, let's turn it on again. That one goes. Hear that? I'm sure it's filthy inside. Still works out. Puts out a lot of air for a 9-inch fan. Let's turn this baby on. Turn this one on number 2. And then you can see them both working. That one's really sweet. I'll tell you, the Robyn Meyers is a sweet fan. I'm sure this guy will do better too, I'm sure, once it's all done. Just needs work. Now the plate right down here, you can barely see the writing. It does say Century Electric or whatever, but I don't see too much more. It's been taken off through the years. Tell you, over 100-year-old fans, and they still run. It's amazing. And they're in, I believe everything's original. I don't think anything's not original on these things. I mean, maybe the cord has been changed on that one, the bigger one. On this particular one, looks like it's been changed. But other than that, these wires could have been just taped up, but they do look original. I don't think they're been put on there. I think they've just been repaired. I love this fan now. I love this Robyn Meyers. These are not highly collectible, the Robyn Meyers, but they still bring a pretty decent penny. But I'll tell you, if you need a fan and you don't want to spend as much as the Century 17-inch, Model 15, I would get this type of fan. And again, you could clean it up. Look, it still has the white lettering, 1, 2, and 3, and then off. Switch is fine. And it has the brass, which is real pretty. Everybody likes these brass fans because they do come out real pretty looking. Very pretty. This is the, I don't know if you can see it. This is the brass fan for the Model 15. It's really pretty and really in great shape. There's no dents, no anything on this thing. So, and then there's the cage right here. I got the cage all wrapped up. Just don't want to get them bent up or anything. But there you go. There's my fans. And there's a couple old fans here. This one was real powerful, but it needs a new cord. Somebody just kind of rigged the cord up. There's an orange one. That's an old, 1970s, maybe 70s. early 80s, possible 80s. There's a brand new Air King right there. That's a wall mount. That's vintage. What else? Let's see. Oh, I got this one over here. Let's walk over here. Oh no, that's the ventilator fan. See the ventilator fan? That's brand new. Hasn't been used. I guess that's about it. I had another one. Oh, here it is. Right here. There's a Galaxy. Brand new in the box. Pedestal. That was early 80s, mid 80s. 16 inch. Alright. There's some more of my fans. All you fan nuts out there. Enjoy.